Hey everyone, welcome back to the recap show. It's your boy Solomon Masholi here to recap of Richmond. Now, before I get into that, let me just say this before we get started. So you saw my last recap video I did. I was gonna tell you guys of who won the appeal between Hendrick Motorsports and NASCAR. Well, turns out Hendrick Motorsports won the appeal. Not totally though, because they only regained their driver and owner points. All the crew chief suspensions and the $400,000 fine are still need to be dealt with, but Hendrick Motorsports they got their points back. Hendrick Motorsports got mostly got what they wanted. All the crew chief suspensions and the $400,000 fine. That's most likely an everyday now and then thing when it comes down to this sport. So, without further ado, let's get started into the Richmond race. So the green flag waved, and this stage was mostly calm. I'm like, sure, we had some nice racing there and there. The only caution that came out was the competition caution. But then once we came down to like 26 to go, I believe, we had a caution, and this time it was like it had involved cars crashing around. JJ Yeley spun around the track, cause of Denny Hamlin, and then that brought out the first caution of that involved cars and stuff like that. So JJ Yeley spun around, and then and we have a caution. And then after that, everybody raced like they know they were doing. They raced to the green white checkered. William Byron stole stage one. Kyle Larson finishes in second, and Ross Chastain rounds it up in third. And then we went to stage two, and it was quite related to the beginning of stage one. And then 26 laps into the race, we had another caution involving a car spinning around. Josh Berry spun around into the infield, did a full 360, no damage to him. Reason why he spun out was because of Ryan Blaney. They both made contact, but turns out at the end, nobody else got damaged, so we had a caution. And then coming up to 24 to go, we had a battle for the lead. Christopher Bell and William Byron, and they did quite of a nice job during this race. And I'll tell you what, Christopher Bell and William Byron, they had their time. They had their time of fighting each other. And then coming up to turn 3, Christopher Bell saw his chance, and then he was able to take the lead away from William Byron in the middle lane. And then we came to 3 to go. Now, you would think that Christopher Bell won that, but don't get too ahead of yourself. Denny Hamlin snuck up to him and took the lead away from him, coming up to 3 to go. And then that was it. He took the lead and stole the stage. Denny Hamlin in first, Christopher Bell in second, and William Byron in third. And then we went to stage 3, and everybody was racing like they knew what they were doing. But in the middle of nowhere, and I mean Martrix Jr. appeared to be in the lead, or finally came to the lead. And then 96 laps to go, Ty Dillon, or no, sorry, Noah Gragson. Noah Gragson got loose, went into the wall a bit, and then in the middle of nowhere, after that, the car started to smoke a lot. So the caution had to come out, and we had to go for a restart. And then we were able to get back to the green flag. And then coming up to 29 or 26 to go, I believe, William Byron and Martrix Jr. were fighting for the lead. And I mean, those were the two best cars on the field. Sure, Martrix Jr. did not let any laps in stage 1 and stage 2, but he acted like he was the dominant car. it was kind of like the Dwayne Johnson versus the Vin Diesel, just a bit more minor league way or something like that. And then while they were fighting, caution came out. Tyler Reddick spun out and wasn't able to like correct it, and then the caution waved. So now you're like, oh come on, we can't just race to the finish. So frankly, what happened was that Tyler Reddick was under Kevin Harvick. He got loose, and then, yep, that's how it happened. So then, when we came back to the green flag, a little change up. Kyle Larson and Josh Berry, the guy that spun out early on in the race, on the front row. And then the Dwayne Johnson and the Vin Diesel. Martrix Jr. William Byron starting right behind them. So, a little bit of a change up during the pit stops, and that's how they actually restarted. But then, as soon as they entered turn 2, Christopher Bell was trying to adjust himself entering the corner. He went up the track a little bit, made contact with William Byron's rear, and then around he went. And then we came to like 17, 11 laps to go. Now, during the pit stops, I think Martrix Jr. decided to go on old tires, or maybe just 2 tires. Maybe, I don't know. I heard on the TV that he went for old tires. He had battered tires than the rest of the field. Kyle Larson was able to keep the lead, and then as the laps wind down, Kyle Larson was able to win at Richmond, followed by Josh Berry and Ross Chastain. I'm like, wait a minute, Josh Berry? No, wait a minute, hold up. He's just a substitute driver. And here it is, he finishes second. I'm like, wow, that's quite huge. And Kyle Larson, he was able to win a race a couple of times early this season, wasn't able to get it done. This time, he finally gets it done. That win puts him in the playoffs, followed by his other teammate, William Byron. Kyle Busch in the playoffs, winning at Auto Club. Reggie Stenhouse, Daytona. Joe Logano with Atlanta. And Tyler Reddick at Circuit of the Americas. And I forgot to mention to you guys, you probably see a track behind me. This is actually my Talladega track for the NASCAR Community Cup Series race and the other 2 races I'm going to be doing. So, yeah, there you have it. So, thank you guys for watching today's recap video. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you like and subscribe. And soon I'll be announcing the name of this recap show, either on a community post, or I'll just surprise you guys. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe. See you later. Bye. See you next time. And I'll see you very soon. Ciao!